Okay, next on this video is this. I got delivered a week and a half ago. Irish yew. I think there's two in here. They seem to move freely, so I'm going to repot. Wow, look, I don't know if it shows on the camera. Probably not. Let me see if I can zoom in. See if it will capture it. The pollen that's coming off of these is, certainly this one is incredible. Right, so I'm going to take these out of the pot and we'll see if there's one or two and what we're going to do with them. So this is the pot they were delivered in. This always fascinates me. A little worm living its life in such a small pot. In fact, two worms, another one fell out of the pot as well. So they will be thrown onto the garden to continue their lives, doing what they do best, and I will dive into this. I mean, they are some healthy looking roots, aren't they? Let's have a look. Again, it's been in the garden getting rained on solidly for a week or so, so this soil is pretty boggy. I don't know anything about Irish yews. When I got my tree delivery, it's in one of the other videos, I'd ordered a selection without really knowing anything about what I was buying. So we'll see. So first things first, are they two separate trees? I did have a root rake and I just looked for it and can't find it. It was one of the iron types, so it might have, it did go rusty very easily, so I might have thrown it away. That's a healthy root, a bunch of roots. I mean, they're splitting. I think they're just heavily intertangled. Heavily intertangled, intertwined, whatever you want to call it. I can feel my urge to rip them apart, but I'll try not to. Oh, they're coming. Okay, so we've definitely got two separate trees. Number one, wild looking roots, very healthy, almost too healthy. And number two, I always seem to get this problem. They always seem to go roots on one side, one dominant side. So these are going to go into pond baskets. I'm just going to have a little trim now. That's interesting. Oh, no, is it? No. So I need to get rid of all these roots that are pointing upwards. They're just very, very difficult to control. I don't want to do too much to it though. I've got no idea how this will take to repotting. If it's the right time of the year, it's probably not. But hey, live dangerously. Live dangerously potting a tree. Oh, that was a big cut. So that's quite a big number of roots removed, but actually I'm pretty happy with that. I think that'll be okay. Just need to check if there's any more problem roots. I mean, there is. But there's also a lack of fantastic roots, so I think that will have to do. Number one. Number two, this one's with the wild growth. So the ultimate aim with roots is to have them all growing outwardly from the tree in like the face of a clock. And you don't want them growing up, sideways, down. Ideally, you just want them growing outwards. Which is why people will spend many years every time they repot their tree, they'll take great care in removing any roots pointing up, down, going in a funny direction, crossing one another. And that one's just a pain. Let's get rid of it. That's better. There's somebody who's, still new. It's Bonsai. I'm absolutely winging it. Like this one here, look, that's just is unruly, but it's in a good spot, but it's far too thick, so I'm just going to get rid. That one goes up, get rid of that one. That one goes down, but it can't. No, actually, that's okay. These roots are quite amenable. Okay, I think that'll do for now. Let me get the baskets. So for these, I've got 2 little pond baskets that I'll be using. Can't remember the name of the website I get them from, but they are not expensive at all. I think they're about 80 pence. So let's get this show on the road. As you can see, even that, the roots are going to be too wide, so I'm just going to trim the circumference on them. And that will go in nicely. I'm not going to wire these in. The advantage of pot baskets is if I want to wire them in, it's actually very easy to put the wire in afterwards. Because there's so many holes for access. So I'm just looking to get rid of any air pockets. That's pretty much there. Let's give it one last run around. I think that'll do. So it is quite loose. However, I'm not too concerned. I think with spring soon approaching, it will get itself bedded in very, very quickly and intertwined with the soil. And it'll be out of the way of the wind, so unless the dog pays an interest in it, which is never an impossibility, it'll be okay. So same with this one, the roots circumference just needs addressing. I'll take that one out as well. That's a bit of a problem. In fact, that's pretty much addressed the circumference problem as well. So not a lot of roots left on that one, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And rinse and repeat. So with all the trees that I got from, is it Berkshire Nurseries? Berkshire Nurseries. The primary aim for me over the next 6 months is just making sure they live. providing they live. And next year I can worry about branches and the shape of the tree. Right then. Okay, done. And you can see if they're tilting a little bit, it normally means the soil's not been compacted behind that side fully. Okay, that's better. And for this one. Better. 2 Irish yews ready to do whatever they are going to do. We will see.